Hello everyone, AI development have not stopped, new AI model release almost every week, and we have a new text-to-speech model just dropped. It's called Zonos V0.1. Imagine a world where every voice can be replicated with stunning accuracy, where emotions in speech are as real as your own, and where language barriers fade away. Welcome to the future of text-to-speech technology, introducing Zonos V0.1, the groundbreaking AI model by Zypher. Best of all, Zonos is open source and free to use. Available on Hugging Face and GitHub, it's designed for developers, researchers, and creators who want to push the boundaries of what's possible with AI. Let's check out how to use Zonos V0.1 in your PC locally. So installing this, we are going to follow the command prompts. First, we are going to use git clone and clone the repositories. And then in the Docker, if you have Docker desktop like what I did here, then go to terminal and you can type the docker compose up command, which I show in this on the screen right here. And it will start loading up the project itself, building the project as a Docker image in your local machine. Then after that, you can start running this software as your local machine applications. Then you should see the process like this. So for example, I have the build UI in Docker Desktop, where it's more clear to see what is in the progress. You will see click to the build tab. And right here you will have the active build tab, where it shows the progress of these applications are building the Docker image, using the image files, etc. And all these things, as you can see, is loading in here in the command prompts, which is going to load up the files that is necessary to use for this text-to-speech Docker images. Okay, so after the container is built in Docker, you will see some message like this, where it's running the su Docker container are created, and also the attachment of all the libraries such as CUDA, and this is using CUDA versions 12 for the NVIDIA's GPU to run that, and there's showing the running on local URL and running on public URL are displayed. When you have this enabled and built successfully for the container, then you can just click this local URL link should be redirect you to the container in a web browsers. But then in some ways you have to confirm in the Docker to check. So once it's finished, you will see the running URL where you can click this link and it will redirect you in the web browser like this to showing you the interface of that. And first time loading is going to download the model wages for you. So wait for a while and you can start using that, and just be patient while it's loading. You can also see the progress of loading the transformer models. Once the first time is loading, it will show the success message in here. And also I have load the hybrid model, which you are going to select in this first drop-down menu here. So I'm demonstrating like two models are going to load in the model page, which in here. So right now I just finished download the model safe tensor files, and then the hybrid model loaded successfully. We can use both in this installations right now. So let's try this first. We are going to see how do we use this Gradio interface. And to make it in a dark mode easier for you guys to see, you can go down to the bottom of the page, go to settings. This is the latest gradual, easy way to turn the themes to dark color, where it's easier to read everything and control those buttons. And then first, we are going to try this transformer models variations of this AI models. So we've got the demo text here. Let's try this one. This language code, of course, is going to determine which language it is. Currently, the Zonos models support a few languages, so this is a multi-language model for text-to-speech. You can run different language variants, but of course, on this channel, we're mostly testing in English since most people are familiar with it. We can see how that works with the conditional parameters. Also, as you can see, the emotion slider allows for customization. So, you've got different emotions here. As you can see, this is something interesting. You can set happiness, adjust the intensity, or set sadness. It doesn't always have to be just one emotion throughout the entire sentence or paragraph. For example, if you have a paragraph where some parts are happy and others are sad, you can toggle between different emotions accordingly. But for a very short text like this, we'll just use one kind of emotion. That's good enough. So, let's try this by default and see how it works. Once I click the Generate button, well, within just a few seconds, it's already generated. It doesn't take a lot of VRAM to process. So let's check out these audio samples and see how they sound.
Zonos uses eSpeak for text to phoneme conversion. Zonos uses eSpeak for text to phoneme conversion.
Okay, so the sound is pretty smooth for this one. As you can see, the waveform graph here isn't suddenly jumping from high volume to low. It gradually goes up and down, which is good for creating natural sounding speech tones. Because we're using natural here, we can adjust this up and down. A lot of different emotions can be applied. Let's make a longer paragraph and see how that works. In DeepSeek, I've generated a test paragraph for text-to-speech with different emotional tones within the paragraph. So let's test this one. And, it's not written by me. It's just an AI-generated paragraph for testing purposes. So let's come back here and see how this AI performs. All right, here we go. We've got it. Hit the generate button and wait for the result here. I've tested this paragraph and the output isn't very stable. The generated result has issues, it speaks one sentence, but then the next part of the voice kind of can't be fully generated. Only partial generation happens and there are some errors at the end. So I think we need to make this text shorter. Compared to Kokoro TTS, this one is better in some ways. Kokoro TTS is less flexible in terms of voice because it only uses its stock AI voices. On the other hand, this model allows voice cloning with your own voice, which is a big plus. So let's try a shorter text and see how that sounds. As you can see, you have to wait a few seconds after generating and then it will refresh the audio bar. You'll get the new audio here. So let's check out this version.
The sun rose over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, a new day full of endless possibilities. But as the wind whispered through the trees, a chilling thought crept in. What if this was the last sunrise we'd ever see?
Yeah, this one is pretty nice. The quality of speaking the whole sentence like this can be generated in a very short time, and everything is running locally on your own machine. This process requires only about 5 gigabytes of VRAM to make it all happen. Now let's try voice cloning. So I've uploaded a very short audio file here. This is from my AI character's voice. You can check it out first.
Hello everyone. This is Nancy, the cover girl and future thinker. In today's tutorial, we are going to talk about new AI tools and software that can make your life easier.
We're going to use this for cloning because this panel here is specifically for voice cloning. Let's do it one more time and use another part of the text. Let's say these two sentences. We're going to try it with the text-to-speech model. So again, sometimes in the middle of the timeline, there's a pause. That means something couldn't render properly in the voice. That's just how it is. I've tried a few times and it happens. So when you encounter situations where it can't fully read all the text you input at the top, you'll need to regenerate it a few more times until you get a workable result. Here you can see the audio waveform graph is showing what looks like a normal speaking pattern. Once you see that, it means it's working. So let's check it out.
My heart ached at the memory of those we'd lost. Their laughter now just echoes in the silence. Yet, amidst the shadows, there was hope. A gentle, unyielding light that reminded us to keep moving forward.
This is pretty nice, actually. The cloning was done using just a 14-second audio sample, and then it was able to instantly generate a voice clone based on that sample. Even with a very normal tone, the voice sounds natural across all aspects. You can tell just by looking at the audio graph here. The voice is very smooth, going up and down naturally. It doesn't suddenly jump to high volume or high pitch. All those issues are avoided. Instead, it sounds like a real human speaking with the voice generally moving up and down as it would in natural speech, including at the beginning and throughout. So yeah, this looks pretty good. Give it a try. This is called the Zonos model, which is a transformer-based model. There's also a hybrid model available. You don't need to manually download the files. What you need to do is set up the project in Docker and load this model into the Docker image. Once you've done that, the model will automatically load in the backend. Yep, that's it for this video. A very quick and short one. I hope you guys have a good day testing out this text-to-speech model, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a nice day. See ya!